Some 1,000 miles from the Mexico border, Birmingham, Alabama is hardly the place you'd expect to find fierce fighting in the war on drugs. But here in the heart of the South, in a city at the crossroads of a number of major highways, an illicit drug network was growing underground. It went unnoticed by most of the 1.2 million people who call this area home, until one night last August.
Sources tell ABC 3340 officers found 5 Hispanics dead inside one apartment, all of them with slit throats.
In a sprawling suburban complex, police made a gruesome find. Inside this apartment, 5 men tortured, then brutally murdered.
Quite honestly, my first reaction was, "You're kidding." And he came back and said, "No, I wish I were, but I'm not."
Shelby County Sheriff Chris Curry's department normally works 5 murders in a year.
I don't know what I have. I don't know what I need, but I know that I'm going to need help.
Did you call me?
One of those he called for help, Gregory Borland, heads the Alabama office of the Drug Enforcement Administration.
It was a heinous crime, no question about it, and it actually occurred in the town where I live, so it was shocking to me as a resident also.
But unlike Curry, Borland was not surprised by the violence suddenly at his doorstep.
There was a part of me that wanted to react by saying, I'm not sure why you're surprised by this, because again, it's about the money.
Borland knew a dangerous breed of drug trafficker was infiltrating Alabama. He says he realized just how major the network was in 2002. After this DEA seizure of more than 100 pounds of methamphetamine and other drugs.
When I was a young agent, a 1-pound case involving methamphetamine was huge. This was 108 pounds that was being brought into Alabama for distribution.
Back at the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, a task force of more than 100 law enforcement agents was working the quintuple homicide. In the evidence, they saw the telltale signs of the drug trade.
There was no identification on any of these individuals. There had been some money disappear. We discovered there was some torture involved. There was the use of electricity involved.
The team soon arrested 6 men, charging them with capital murder. But these were killers for hire. Who ordered the slayings? Agents tracked the drug ring to Mexico, where President Felipe Calderon, backed by 45,000 heavily armed troops, has led a crackdown on the cartels. The crackdown has brought unprecedented violence to the U.S.-Mexico border. Violence that's now reaching into America's heartland.
You can see more guns on the streets. You can see more organized crime.
Hernan Prado is president of the Alabama Latin American Association. He says Mexican drug runners find cover in Alabama's burgeoning Hispanic community, and too often, police sit on the sidelines.
The police doesn't want to get involved because of the lack of the language knowledge or just cultural barriers.
Authorities insist the violence that struck here has changed the way they're battling the drug trade. And Sheriff Curry has a warning for those who think the danger stops at the border.
It is in existence, it is structured, it is in place, it's moving a significant amount of drugs. The issue is, when will it bring a violent tone to your community?
And the question here, can it be stopped? Jason Bronis, The Associated Press, Birmingham, Alabama.